The Bad Batch episodes 10 and 11 have dropped, and with it comes a host of new reveals over on Tantis and Trouble on Pabu. Now it's time to break it down.
Do you trust me?
Identity Crisis and Point of No Return are two completely different episodes, yet they both add so much to the overall story of the season. Lightsabers at the ready, as we've got a lot to get into today.
Omega must be found.
With 4 episodes of The Bad Batch remaining, in what of course is its last season, you can expect things to become pretty intense here on out.
There's no hiding cross here. The Empire knows I'm here.
Don't forget to smash that like button if you enjoyed today's breakdown, and of course subscribe to the channel if you'd like to catch more. Now with that out of the way, let's get into it. Kicking things off with Identity Crisis, we've cracked open the vault on Tantis, and boy, it's like a Pandora's box in there, way more twisted than we bargained for. And just when you thought things couldn't get more intense, in comes a new bounty hunter. This one makes Ventress look like your friendly neighbourhood Spider-Man, and yeah, I'm still reeling from calling the Sarge friendly. Cut to a bustling marketplace scene, and we're hit with a nostalgia bomb, and Aquilish haggling away. Remember these guys? They've been around since A New Hope hit the screens in 1977. Mid-barter, chaos erupts. A vase goes flying courtesy of a toddler. The crowd's pointing fingers, but the stall owner's not buying it. The kid's tiny, the vase not so much. But before you can say Jedi reflexes, Mum's out of there with the little gifted or cursed tyke in tow. Now here's where it gets juicy. Our Aquilish friend isn't just there for the knickknacks, he hits up the comms for a Class 1 bounty hunter. Yeah, that's the big leagues, and the target, let's just say it's someone small enough to throw a vase, but might just be a huge deal. Into Tantis, Emery's gunning for the top spot as chief scientist, eager to fill Nala Se's shoes, but when Hemlock gives her the nod, I'm getting major backstabber vibes from her. They head into the vault and it's like a scene straight out of a horror flick. Kids with off-the-chart M counts are the specimens. Hemlock drops a bombshell on Emery. Omega's blood is the golden ticket, the only thing that can mesh with these kids' DNA to jack up their M count experiments. Emery's rocked by this. Why use kids, not adults? The answer's cold. Adults with high M counts are rare to come by these days, and kids, well, they're just easier to wrangle. And get this, our little green friend Grogu probably ended up in a similar bind post-Order 66. It's enough to give you the chills, right? And there's this moment, a young girl slides up to Emery, all innocent, asking her name, but before Emery can spill, Hemlock's like, don't get cozy with the merchandise. And in the shadows, there's Jax, a kid with a plan and a glint of I'm out of here in his eye. Alright, now buckle up, because Cad Bane's back in town, and he's not here for the scenery, he's on the hunt for a kid with a sky-high M count, and guess what? He finds him. Todo's there running the tests, and boom, a match. So they snatch the kid just like that. Now, meanwhile, back in the vault, SP-54, or Ava as we now know her, is tugging at Emery's heartstrings, asking the big questions about Nala Se and home. Emery's playing it cool, but you can tell she's shaken. Then there's Jax, known as SP-32, the little mastermind from earlier. He makes a break for it, snatching Emery's datapad, but the place locks down tighter than a Sarlacc pit, and Commander Scorch, living up to his name, stuns the kid. Emery's pleading falls on deaf ears, as this is the Empire after all. Emery's horror show continues as she then confronts Nala Se in her cell. It's a heart-to-heart about the dark side of the Empire, using kids as pawns, discarding them like yesterday's news. Will they become agents, inquisitors, or something worse post all these experiments? Nala Se and Emery are on the same page. The kids don't belong in the vault, but Nala Se's hands were tied. She did it all for Omega. Now she's flipping the script on Emery, asking, what's your move? It's Emery's identity crisis and the clock's ticking. As if on cue, Hemlock drops another bomb. Another specimen is coming. Emery's not having it though. She's tagging along with Scorch, and you can bet she's got a plan in mind. Governor Tarkin's on the line, and he's not just calling to exchange pleasantries, he's grilling Hemlock about the cash flow, like, where's all the money going? But Hemlock, cool as a cucumber, tells him it's all in the Emperor's interest. Project Necromancer, which to be honest sounds a bit like a heavy metal band, but it's top secret and even Tarkin's out of the loop, which you know's got to sting. Switching gears, Hemlock's on the horn with Clone X, the sniper clone with a one-track mind, find Omega. And guess what? He's hot on a trail. He's got a lead on a pirate, Fee, who's been chumming it up with Omega. The hunt is very much on. Scorch and Emery's rendezvous with Cad Bane is tense, to say the least. Emery's playing lab tech, testing the kid's blood and throwing around questions like confetti, but Bane's having none of it. His warning glance says it all: loot slips, sink ships. Back at Tantis, it's a cold reality check for Emery. Jax, the little escape artist, is in the clink for 2 rotations, and there's Ava clutching Omega's homemade Tuca doll Lula, the sadness in her eyes stark contrast to the doll's cheerful colours. Emery's promise of no punishment for Jax rings hollow now. Some things are just beyond her reach. Wrapping up, Identity Crisis hits all the right notes. We're back in the thick of it at Tantis, peeking into that enigmatic vault, and Emery, she's a wild card, inching ever closer to flipping the Empire the bird. Each episode, she's like a ticking time bomb. We're just waiting for her to blow the lid off those unnatural experiments. Now, episode 11, Point of No Return, takes us on a wild ride. Pabu's been a haven for Omega and the gang, but as the saying goes, all good things must come to an end, especially when the Empire's breathing down your neck.
The next time I give you an order to scour through the green goo, you scour through the green goo.
We zoom in on Feed, topping off her ship's tank while reminiscing with MEL-221 about their escapades. The droid's down in the dumps, but Feed's got that I've got your back vibe going on, promising a fix-up session like the ones after Android Prime and Scar Now adventures. Android Prime, with its snowy peaks, might ring a bell for the gamers and movie buffs. It's a classic. Meanwhile, Scar Now's the treasure trove from Season 2, Episode 5, where Fee and Clone Force 99 struck gold. But as Fee's lost in the fuel fumes and memories, Clone X is playing the stealth game, swiping secrets from her Navi computer. The plot thickens as Clone X dishes out the dirt to Scorch. Fee's been to Pabu, the Outer Rim's best kept secret. With Scorch rallying the troops, it's a race against time to see if Omega's luck has finally run out. Pabu's tranquility is a stark contrast to the undercurrent of danger. Wrecker and Gonka are in full swing, prepping the Marauder for a swift exit, heeding Ventress's ominous warning that they're sitting ducks. The young clones, Mox, Stack and D-Key, are the picture of innocence, savouring ice creams, blissfully unaware of the brewing storm. Inside the museum, a poignant moment unfolds as Omega entrusts her cherished Lula doll and Tex goggles to Liana, marking Pabu as the first place to truly feel like home. It's a bittersweet farewell with the hope of a return hanging in the air. But peace is shattered by the Marauder's alarms. A ship's incoming. Wrecker's engrossed with his task and he misses the alert, and Clone X swiftly mutes it. Hunter's instincts are tingling. He knows something's amiss, but he can't exactly pinpoint it. Clone X, with eyes like a hawk, zeroes in on Omega almost instantly amidst the marketplace hustle. A call to Scorch and it's clear Omega's off limits, but Clone Force 99 is fair game. Chaos erupts as Clone X rigs the Marauder to blow, leaving Wrecker critically wounded. Hunter, ever the leader, rushes into AZ for life-saving care. The Empire's troops descend, wreaking havoc on Pabu. Ships are dust, comms are dead. The only ticket out is to hijack an Imperial gunship. Amidst the turmoil, a vigil unfolds. Crosshair, Omega and Liana stand by AZ, keeping watch over Wrecker's still form. Hunter, undeterred, embarks on a daring heist for a ship. But fate twists again. Clone X, with a sniper's precision, takes out the pilot, sending the ship spiraling. Hunter's instincts kick in. He ejects, plunging into the depths, swimming towards an uncertain fate on the shores of Pabu. Omega's decision is the ultimate sacrifice, turning herself in to save Pabu and to secure the Tantis coordinates that the batch so desperately need. She shoulders the blame, believing the Empire's onslaught is a consequence of her own presence. Crosshair's skepticism is palpable. He knows the risks, but Omega's resolve is ironclad. She instructs him to tag the Empire's ship with a tracker, her voice steady, focus on the mission. As Omega steps forward, surrendering to the clone assassin, the troopers quickly discover a tracking device, yet Crosshair is undeterred, shadowing them as they escort Omega away. Meanwhile, Hunter finds Batcher on the beach, the waves whispering of battles past and those yet to come. Omega's fate is sealed as she's ushered into Clone X's ship. Crosshair, in a desperate bid to keep track, fires the tracker, but it's a miss. The ship's already slipping away, and with it, his shot. It's a blow to the sharpshooter, whose aim was once pinpoint perfect. Aboard Clone X's vessel, Omega finds solace in meditation, steadying her spirit for the trials ahead on Tantis. There's a whisper of something deeper, a connection to the Force perhaps, that she's unknowingly tapping into. Each moment of stillness might be a step closer to unlocking her potential. These episodes have truly raised the bar for the season, in my opinion, each standing out with its own distinct flair. As we look ahead, Omega's return to Tantis could very well be the tipping point for Emery, potentially sparking a rebellion against the Empire. The stage is set for a daring escape from Tantis, with Emery and Omega leading the charge to free the Force-sensitive children and the other clones. The question of Omega's Force sensitivity remains a tantalizing mystery. Did Asajj hold back the full extent of her abilities? There's a strong chance more revelations are on the horizon. The Bad Batch may find themselves seeking Asajj's aid once more, setting up a reunion that could alter their course forever. What are your predictions? Drop your thoughts and theories in the comments below. If you enjoyed today's breakdown, hit the like button, and don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives. Until next time, may the Force be with you always.